Hey everybody, how you doing? Cori Golanowski here. Today I'm back sharing my personal story about my approach to addressing my spine degeneration, the osteoarthritis, herniated and bulging discs, the foraminal stenosis, right? All about my peptide therapy strategy that was built to me. A complete custom protocol. Thank you to our expert Avi. Appreciate that. So, thank you so much, bro. And so right now, I'm currently in phase two. I'm deeper in my phase two than when from the last time you see me. And, I went through the MOTSC and the NAD, and now it's time for SS-31. This is my experience. It's not medical advice by any means, but it's great advice, and it's advice that can really help you out in your life. So come talk to our team first. You can come connect through me. I'll get you started with your journey, and you'll be in good hands. So why am I in this mitochondria phase? Well, my spine carries through my life, but over time I got these issues with tissues, like the discs, the joints, and the surrounding muscles. These all they've all been losing their energy. They're suffering inflammation. They're struggling to repair, and it's kind of doomsday there. And so now it's important to know that my mitochondria, they're the powerhouses of the cells, right? And when they're not humming along, cells can't repair, they can't respond to injury, and they can't even tolerate a mechanical load that we're putting on our backs. And that's why you saw the wheels fall off with me in December 18th. And so now ever since then, my team has built a goal to come support the energy backbone of these issues with my tissues, to reduce the oxidative stress, and to make the environment as friendly as possible for the regenerative peptides that I'm pursuing, right? So SS-31, it's a mitochondria targeted peptide that concentrates the inner mitochondrial membrane. Its job is going to be to support and improve my respiration, stabilize key membrane components, and reduce oxidative stress, activate all the new mitochondria I just spent the last 6 weeks building with MOTSC and strengthening with the NAD, right? And MOTSC, it's a targeted approach aimed at supporting mitochondrial function. Bottom line, right? Making new mitochondria, firing up energy production in tissues with high demands, and NAD optimization targets boosting NAD in our bodies, which is essential for energy production, DNA repair, cellular resilience, and it mimics exercise, right? All of this is to set the stage for the regenerative peptides, for the best chances at disc regeneration for my back. Collagen synthesis, firing all up again, right? These are therapies aimed at modulating the inflammation, stimulating the tissue remodeling, and like I said, focusing on disc regeneration, right? Cartilage building even. Get that collagen synthesis just ramped right up. So what happens in the body here is mitochondria are the energy factories, right? And healthy tissue mitochondria generate our ATP. You've heard me talk all about ATP. And then the fuel cells used to repair and maintain themselves in degenerative spine tissue, right? There we go. So energy production, it can lag, and it's making healing harder. This has been what I've been dealing with, right? And we're making that flip the script. Now, SS-31's role specifically here is targeting mitochondria to improve their efficiency, right? It's supporting better electron transport. It's reducing harmful oxidative byproducts. I can't talk today. And cells like disc cells, facet joint cells, and nearby muscles, right? So you're going to have more energy to repair because you didn't have it. It makes so much sense. MOTSC and NAD together, right? MOTSC provides supportive substrates and signals to help mitochondria keep producing energy. NAD acts as a crucial cofactor in energy reactions and repairing DNA and proteins, all damaged by stress, right? Stress is always such a damager, man. And together, this is going to help cells stay resilient under load and inflammation, right? We're starting to figure it out. So back to the regenerative peptide angle, when cells aren't energy deprived, and they're less inflamed, they're going to be more responsive to regenerative signals. Aha, right? Peptides that guide remodeling and healing can work more effectively in a mitochondrial healthy environment. There's my phase two for you. That's why we're there. And this matters for my spine, right? The osteoarthritis and disc problems aren't just mechanical here. They're about cellular health, energy, and inflammation. And by improving the mitochondrial function, I'm aiming for better tolerance of physical therapy, less pain, and tissue environment that's more receptive, going to be more receptive for when we hit the regenerative peps, right? And this is what it's all about. And the whole overreaching idea here is environment first, energy second, repair third, right? And I've been working closely with our team on my protocol to tailor this strategy of the SS-31 dosing, the MOTSC support, the NAD optimization for my specific needs. And you know, I'm not just doing this with peptides alone. I'm aligning this with rehab and physical therapy, good food and hydration, and I'm being well rested, you know, taking care of myself optimally because I want the best chances at the best regeneration I can offer myself. So my body's not overwhelmed and I gradually build tolerance and resilience, you know, and I'm constantly showing up for myself with this. It's been good. I track how I feel day to day, noting pain levels, mobility, and any inflammatory symptoms, and making adjustments along the way if needed. And I'm not doing it just with myself, but also with my clinicians, right? It's why I have a consult. It's why I got my expert working with me on my case. And I'm grateful for that. Thank you, Abby. Look, I'm not expecting overnight miracles. Obviously, this is a 6-month protocol. I'm 3 months in, but the aim has been to create more of a favorable biological environment over time, right? So that if the regenerative therapies are coming in, I'm going to get good results. There's a way better chance to have this all work. And I've talked to others out there in this space who have not seen results with their goals, with other forms of regenerations and whatnot. And I can see now from after talking to them, they weren't doing a correct protocol. They were doing nothing like this. And this all starts with education, right? Understanding mitochondria, energy production, how inflammation, insulin, and metabolic health affects signaling, which affects healing, right? And look, it's smart to come build a plan with our clinicians that I'm teamed up with. Reset the environment, mitochondria-targeted therapies, energy optimization, regenerative strategies. This should all be coordinated with not only proper guidance, but physical therapy and life factors, like I said, that I'm doing for myself, right? And I walk the walk, you know, and I wouldn't suggest this unless it was good. This was great. So that's what I suggest. And if you're watching this and you're dealing with spine degeneration, listen, you're not alone here. I'll continue to share my journey and what works, what doesn't, and the science behind it as best as I can so that you can make informed decisions yourself. And you can even have much better, proper guidance with coming to talk to me and coming to join up with our team and work on something together. Look, if you found this helpful at all, please like and subscribe and leave questions in the comments and I'll answer what I can and point you to our free resources, our reputable resources, and options. And expert clinicians who can provide personalized custom guidance. I really thank you guys for watching, and we're going to see you next time. Shout out to SS-31. Thank you for coming aboard to fire me up. All right? We'll see you next time. Ciao for now.